The diplomatic shuttle landed with a hiss of hydraulics on landing bay 7 of the human colony ship Persistence. Ambassador Kelvin straightened his uniform, prepared to greet whoever the Zelthari Empire had sent as their goodwill bride for the human Zelthari alliance treaty. What stepped out was not what he expected. Princess Zarathul was massive by Zelthari standards, her azure skin rippling with what her people considered excess adipose tissue. Her forearms hung with a weight that made her seem almost hunched, and her broad frame filled the shuttle's doorway completely. The other Zelthari attendants who accompanied her were willowy and tall, their movements graceful and precise. Zara moved with a heaviness that spoke of shame. "This is the Emperor's joke," one of the attendants whispered in poorly concealed Zelthari, not realizing the translation AI picked up everything. "Send the fat daughter to the barbarian humans. At least she'll be gone." Ambassador Kelvin's jaw tightened, but he maintained diplomatic composure. "Princess Zarathul, welcome to the Persistence. We are honored by your presence." Zara's large, luminous eyes met his briefly before dropping to the floor. "The honor is mine, Ambassador," she said softly, her voice carrying the melodious quality all Zelthari possessed. "I apologize for my appearance. I understand this arrangement was meant to—" "Let me show you to your quarters," Kelvin interrupted gently. "Someone special is waiting to meet you." Chief Engineer Marcus Webb was elbow-deep in the guts of a plasma conduit when his communicator chirped. "Webb, the princess is here. Report to Observation Deck 3. Marcus wiped his grease-stained hands on his coveralls and sighed. Another arranged marriage for political purposes. He'd told Kelvin 100 times he wasn't interested in being anybody's token human husband, especially not for some rail-thin alien aristocrat who'd probably look at him like he was a primitive. At 43, with a beer gut, calloused hands, and a face that had seen too many engine room accidents, Marcus knew what he was. A damn good mechanic, and nothing more. He almost didn't go. But curiosity got the better of him. When he walked into the observation deck, he stopped dead in his tracks. Princess Zarathul stood by the viewport, her silhouette backlit by the stars beyond. She was magnificent. Broad shoulders, full figure, strong limbs. She looked like she could wrestle a reactor core into place and still have energy left over. Her azure skin seemed to glow in the starlight, and when she turned to face him, her eyes were like twin moons. "You must be the human I'm intended for," she said quietly, her gaze already retreating. "I understand if you refuse. My father sent me as an insult to your people. I am not acceptable even among my own kind." Marcus found his voice. "Not acceptable? Lady, you're gorgeous." Zara blinked all 4 of her eyes in succession, a Zelthari expression of shock. What? I said you're gorgeous." Marcus walked closer, his work boots clunking on the deck plates. "I don't know what beauty standards your people have, but where I come from, you look like you could help me haul a thruster assembly and then share a good meal after. That's my kind of woman. But I'm heavy, ungraceful, I eat too much." You look strong," Marcus interrupted. "You look real. You look like someone who knows what hard work is." He gestured to himself. "Look at me. I'm no prize. I'm a grease monkey who smells like hydraulic fluid half the time. I've got a gut from too many late-night protein bars and not enough time in the gym. I've never understood these arranged marriages, but if you're willing to give a guy like me a chance, I'd be honored to get to know you." For a long moment, Zara simply stared at him. Then slowly, something changed in her expression. Her shoulders, which had been hunched in shame, straightened. Her forearms unfolded from their protective position across her body. "You truly mean this," she said, and it wasn't a question. Her people could sense honesty through pheromones, something the Zelthari diplomatic corps had mentioned, but the Emperor had clearly forgotten about his youngest daughter. "Yeah, I do," Marcus said simply. Zarathul took a step closer and then another. She was nearly a foot taller than him, and probably outweighed him by 50 pounds. When she reached out one hand tentatively, Marcus took it without hesitation. Her skin was warm, her grip strong. "On my world," she said softly, "I was told I was worthless, that no one would want me, that I should be grateful my father found any use for me at all, even as a joke." "On my world," Marcus replied, "we've got a saying, different strokes for different folks. What's beauty to one person might not be to another, but I'll tell you what I see. I see someone strong, someone who survived being told she wasn't enough, and someone who's still standing here with dignity. That's beautiful to me. Zara's eyes began to shimmer with what Marcus would learn were tears of joy. My father sent me here to humiliate your people and rid himself of his embarrassment. But perhaps he did us both a favor, Marcus finished. 6 months later, Marcus and Zara stood in the same observation deck, now as husband and wife. She wore a modified engineering jumpsuit that Marcus had designed specifically for her four-armed frame, and she'd become his irreplaceable assistant in the engine rooms. Turns out having 4 arms and tremendous strength made her the best mechanics mate in the fleet. More than that, she'd become his best friend, his partner, his love. When Ambassador Kelvin received the Emperor's communication demanding to know why the marriage had actually succeeded, Marcus had been the one to compose the response. Your Majesty, you sent us what you considered a joke. But you forgot something important about humans. We don't measure worth the way you do. You sent us someone strong, capable, intelligent, and kind. You sent us a treasure, and we're grateful for your joke. Respectfully, she's ours now. The Emperor never responded. But 3 months later, a private shuttle arrived carrying Zara's younger sister, also overweight by Zelthari standards, also sent away in shame. She was met at the landing bay by Marcus's best friend, Chief Medical Officer Sarah Chen, who took one look at the princess and said, "Well, hello there, gorgeous." Humanity, it seemed, had different ideas about what made someone valuable, and the Zelthari Empire was slowly learning that what they saw as flaws, humans often saw as features. Marcus wrapped his arms around Zara as they watched the new arrival, and she wrapped all 4 of hers around him in return. Your people are strange, she murmured contentedly. Yeah, Marcus agreed with a smile. We really are.